Thanks all them that's subscribing to the channel. This is for Robert page on Facebook. He's always says he would help. Come onto the channel, see what we're bringing out. There's 2 points I wanted to bring up today. How the Squadron Sergeant Major, Matt Healy, phoned me whilst I was coming up here to see the police. He already knew about Robert. And the importance of a duty officer within the military. Matt Healy phoned me when I was waiting to pick up Susan because the police, staff grade police were waiting for us in the house. And he asked me if it was true about Robert. And I says, what have you heard, Matt? And he says, have you not heard nothing yet? I says, no. He says, right, get your arse up the road, speak to the police. This is how it occurred. David Small, who's an RAF firefighter, phoned his wife and told her about Robert. His wife then phoned Steph, who was Robert's ex-fiancée from Scotland. She phoned Lisa Meakin, and Lisa Meakin asked her brother, Sergeant Kev Meakin. And then Lisa Meakin phoned Matt Healy, Squadron Sergeant Major, to confirm if it was true. And then obviously Matt Healy phoned me. So that's how it got out that quick. So somebody on the scene phoned David Small. And the surprising bit of that is nobody on the scene phoned an ambulance. The guard room phoned the ambulance. And then obviously Samantha Williams phoned for an ambulance once her husband phoned her, he was meant to be on duty, and he got her to make the 999 call. But they could phone their pals, they couldn't phone emergency services. Now the structure of the duty officer, every camp's got a duty officer. They've got a duty sergeant, they've got a duty corporal, they've got guard commander, and they've got the guard. The remit of the duty officer is like a line manager. He's the eyes and ears of the commanding officer, the base commander, or the ship's captain. He's there to monitor on his duty, which usually lasts for 24 hours. He's there to make sure that the camp's running okay. The messes are shut in time, there's no major incidents. If there is a major incident, then he would take over, and he would then get the right people to the right place, and make sure that if he's got the ability to shut down the camp, nobody in or out. Police officers can't even get in and out of the camp unless they're invited in. So the duty officer then reports to the commanding officer, or the ship's captain, or the base commander the next day with a report on what happened whilst he was on duty. What did he do? Who did he need? And what was the result? So that's the remit of a duty officer. So you've got to be a warrant officer and above to fulfil that duty. So now the Royal Air Force were telling me that Corporal Wilcox, who was the guard commander, he was also an RAF police officer, and he was the first on the scene. And they tried to tell me that he was also the duty officer. I don't believe them for a minute. And I don't know why the service inquiry believed for a minute when they got a statement from a duty officer saying that he was on duty that night. He turned up and he saw that everybody was doing a great job, and then he left. That's not his remit to leave. And I don't understand why a high-ranking officer in the Royal Air Force, who's the president of a service inquiry, would accept that as an answer or a statement from a duty officer. Unbelievable. So that's the importance in that person, the duty officer. And it's down to the RAF to come clean. If that camp, excuse me, if that camp was that lackadaisical and it didn't have a duty officer, then they've got to put their hand up and say, listen, the base commander, he's at fault here because we never had a duty officer. The base commander, Richard Mason, when he was told about Robert's death, he never even left his accommodation. He just stayed in his accommodation. Obviously, he's thinking there's a duty officer there. Unbelievable. So that was the 2 points I wanted to bring up. How Matt Healy, my squadron sergeant major, knew before anybody else, and the importance of a duty officer. I'm going to ask all you own Justice for Robert, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. And if you have any questions, any queries, just put them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. But I need your help to support this channel now, because this is the way forward. I've seen that when I've been on and watched a few people what they've been doing with YouTube, and I thought this is the way to go. So thanks very much, and Justice for Robert.